right, let's do an update. It's been a while. Last couple days, been working on the ISO boxes, and I had a little trouble with this one. I got some wicked gaps, but doesn't matter. This is going to get wrapped with reflective, reflective barrier, then house wrap, then more sheathing, then siding. So, and then it's going to have a little baby awning that comes over this thing. Both of them are going to have their own little awnings so they don't get wet. How sweet is that going to be? And these things could support 500 pounds if they had to, because they're held up by 4x6s. So there is no combo amp too heavy. I could put a freaking Mesa Boogie caliber in there. Ooh, and I should. A caliber on each side would be fucking sweet. Anyway, I'm saying that because they're like boat anchors. So, nothing happened in the back. There's such a big pile of dog shit. Anywho, so let me take you in, and you may notice these little supports that I put up. This thing started to lean a little bit to the left. You might be able to tell that it's leaning a little bit to the left. I have a method that I'm gonna utilize to fix that before I put the sheathing up, so don't sweat it. I'm not worried, so why should you be? Here's the other ISO box up close. I sort of got a little carried away with the liquid nails and just slathered it all over everything. I might do the same on the other side, just fucking coat all of the gaps, because why not? Let's go inside. I cleaned everything out. It's so spacious and nice in here now. Now I've got two tool cubbies. They're made of, the ISO boxes that is, 1/2 inch OSB and then 3/4 inch MDF. That's just for starters. Then on the outside of that, there's going to be another 1/2 inch OSB and then 1/2 inch siding. On the inside, it's going to have heavy rubber right here, about an inch thick, and then yoga mat material, and then acoustic foam all the way around. So it's currently about 20, it's almost 24 by 24. It's going to be about 18 by 18 eventually, once all the insulation and acoustic foam is in there. So it's going to be, these things are going to be fucking hardcore, let me just say. It's going to be awesome. So I have two cool places to put my tools right now, which is really fun. By the way, this whole thing is being built with Masterforce hand tools by Menards. They're my sponsor. Psych. They're not. I just like Menards. So I live close to a Menards. So I bought all the tools for this. There's a circular saw and an impact driver, and those are the two tools that are doing everything. I had a bit of an issue with the flooring because it rained in here yesterday. There was about an inch of water in this thing because my tarps failed, and this little bit right here had a piece of tarp hanging, holding about 20 gallons of water, and it just rained all over everything. So I let it all dry out. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But I am going to use self-leveling concrete on top of this OSB to make sure that the floors are level, because I know this thing isn't straight level or plumb. I realize that, and I don't give a shit, because as long as it's sturdy and efficient, that's all that matters. Energy efficient, that is, and sound efficient. I want it to be, as quiet as possible, outside of this. Up here, I'm gonna put a couple of windows, and then I'm still debating whether I'm gonna put a window either in this bay or this bay, probably this one, because this one is gonna have, blocking for the door, because the door handle will be right here and it's gonna swing in over to about here. I'm gonna put some blocking right here, because this is where the solar powered heater / air conditioner is gonna live, on a shelf that I build out. It's gonna be an EcoFlow Wave 2. My solar generator is on the way. It's a EcoFlow Delta 2. And then after that, I'm gonna get some solar panels and we're gonna call it good. Get my solar panels. But yeah, everything's looking great. I put up my cripple studs. They're not handicapped. They're just, they're just taking the, the pressure from the roof and transferring it down to the main studs. Apparently that's what that does. Oh, I put in blocking today. Just so you know, super boring part of the job. One of the worst things ever, and I hated it. I did on the top as well. So I ordered the last bits of wood, which are, let me get out here. If you look and see that the front here needs to have a piece on the front, and it's going to be about an 18-foot span, so I had to order a 20-foot 2x8, two of them, one for the front and one for the back. And then it's going to come out on the sides 10 inches, and then there's going to be another piece that goes down, and then I'm going to trim that off, and that will be the roof line. So yeah, I'll have to trim that bit out as well. But yeah, everything's coming along nicely. The hanging and leaning to the left thing is a little bit of a drag, but I can fix it. I bought a pair of what did I buy? Fuck, what they're called? They're for truckers, like a ratchet strap. So I'm going to attach the ratchet strap up here, right at this corner, and then down here at the base, and then ratchet it so that it pulls it tight in that direction, and then another one up here down to this corner, and that should correct it enough for me to put the sheathing on. And then by that time, it's too late. It doesn't have a choice but to be straight, because sheathing is what makes buildings rigid. It makes them hard, turgid, tumescent. Anyway, that's about that. I have a really big door hole, much bigger than it needs to be. That's too bad. I'll find a big door to fill it. Bye.